Welcome back to AM Tonight on Fusion. My team and I came across an article in The Cut titled Everything You Need to Know About Ghost Sex. Now, I'm not talking about those nights you woke up alone after sex with a girl who swore she'd hold you all night long. No, I am talking about full-on sex with a ghost. Like that. Joining me now to discuss, celebrity medium and ghost sex expert Patti Negri and author of Haunting America, Karen Stolz. Now, it is great to see you both. Patti, I want to start with you. What exactly is ghost sex?
Ghost sex is exactly as it sounds. It is sex with a human, with a ghost, with a spirit, a deceased human. I mean, there is other kinds too, with entities and beings and stuff, but basically ghost sex, as it's practiced here a lot, is with live people and dead people.
But how does it happen? How does sex between live people and dead people happen, Patti?
You go to a bar. No, it's a lot of it is need and desire. Some of my best clients in working, it literally is their spouse who said, I will love you forever, and they mean it. They come back, and I'm not talking 20 and 30-year-old party kids. I'm talking somebody who had been married for 40 or 50 years, and their spouse moves on and gently comes to them and lets them know they're okay and pleasures them.
That's actually very sweet. I feel like it's like an alternative ending to The Notebook. Karen, I know that you have done a lot of research on this. What have you found?
Well, I always like to look for natural explanations before looking to paranormal or supernatural ones. And there's a lot of documentation that supports the idea that this isn't actually ghost sex. This is a person who is experiencing something called sleep paralysis. There's another name, it's a kind of hallucination. Or they might also be experiencing an erotic dream, a wet dream.
All right, Patti, how do you respond to that?
Yes, I believe that is true in many, many cases. The sleep paralysis, especially the negative experiences of ghost sex, because just like real sex, there's positive and negative, consensual, non-consensual. And when people wake up and they can't move and they get fearful and they think they're being held down, as in a rape or unconsensual, I do think that's true. But in my clients and in my experiences, there's many, many others that explain the sexual feeling, the arousal, the heavy breathing, the pressure upon the body, literally inside and outside, spooning from like, oh, this is how we always made love, into things. And it isn't dreams. It isn't, I know ghosts exist. I've seen them since I was a little kid. I've been able to communicate with them. And why in the world, and most people do, or a large percentage of the people, so why in the world would, if everybody sees a ghost and it comes into the window and it sees you here, sex, which is such an important part of the human experience, why would that be the thing that doesn't come back when everything else does?
So, Patti, can you initiate ghost sex?
Some people do. Some people really do. There's people who just get off on it, so to speak. But there's people who, yes, out of either need or their loneliness or a longing for a partner who's deceased, literally call it in. Sometimes it's subconscious. Again, the need is so bad that the partner on the other side comes to them. Some people want it random sex. I guess that's like going to a bar for sex. You do have to be careful, because when you open the veil, this is our realm and their realm. You have to be careful who you call in, just like in real life, in the three-dimensional world. You don't want to be letting in dark entities or dark, spirits to have things that you don't want with you. But I've had so many people that it's as real as, looking into this camera right here.
All right. Well, Karen, in the research that you have done, is there a circumstance in which people find themselves believing that they have had ghost sex? Is this often about missing a loved one? Is this about some other need that's being fulfilled?
That might indeed be the case, and I certainly think with the symptoms that Patti's describing, the experiences, those can also be symptoms of sleep paralysis, so they can be explained away by that. But again, we're talking about personal experiences, and that's something that we can't recreate. That's something that someone has undergone, so it's a difficult thing to be able to make judgments upon. But I think just looking for these natural explanations, they really do provide us with a way of explaining what's going on here. But we don't have any evidence. We've only got anecdotal evidence of these claims. We've never had a woman who's become pregnant by a ghost or anything like that.
All right, well.
No, but in history, I mean, if you're looking back into mythology, that is Greek, Roman, Egyptian, everything is the gods came down or the spirits came down and had sex with mortals and these super beings.
And as you say, that's mythology.
And unfortunately, none of these people were available to be booked today on this show. So thank you both so much for joining us.
That's right.
Up next, our producers went to Burning Man and they have the stories to prove it. Stay with us.